Hi guys, so today we've got our third lesson about prepositions and we are going to be looking at dependent prepositions with adjectives. So dependent prepositions with adjectives. Firstly, what is a dependent preposition? So some verbs, adjectives and even nouns need to be followed by a preposition to make sense. Those verbs, adjectives and nouns depend on the prepositions to make sense. So the prepositions are called dependent prepositions. These prepositions cause problems for you guys because there are no rules. So there is nothing for you to hold on to when you are learning. There are lots and lots and lots of dependent prepositions, so this can feel very, very daunting for you guys. And they are difficult to learn. They're also quite difficult to teach because I can't tell you many rules or really help you to learn them. Basically, it's a challenge for us too. Having said that, here are a few rules that I have managed to put together to get you guys started with this. So a lot of adjectives describing feelings and opinions have dependent prepositions. So for example, I'm very keen on cycling. My mum's worried about the weather. So in both of these cases, we've got an adjective followed by a preposition. And just to be clear, if we took this preposition out, I'm very keen cycling, that's just not possible. And the same here. My mum's worried the weather. Again, it just isn't possible. So that's the meaning of these dependent prepositions. This adjective needs this preposition to make sense. Now, just a little clarification for you guys. There's a difference between an adjective with a preposition and the past participle of the verb. So this word worried, sometimes students misunderstand this and they see this ed ending and they think, that must be a verb in the past tense, or it must be verb 3, and that can lead students to using by. So you have something like this: my mum's worried by the news. Now that is possible, but this sentence is actually a verb with by, or in other words, this is a passive sentence. Second rule for you to think about is that sometimes adjectives describing feelings and emotions can be followed by a preposition with an ing or by a to an infinitive. In this example, there is no difference in meaning. So I was annoyed at finding such a mess when I got home. I was annoyed to find such a mess when I got home. Both these sentences are identical in meaning, even if the form is a little bit different. And the third rule we're going to talk about is the fact that sometimes, not always, we can use a different preposition with an adjective to give different meanings. So if we look at the adjective angry, you can be angry about something, you can be angry with someone, and you can be angry towards someone as well. So if you are angry about something, you feel angry because of a situation. So I'm so angry about my exam results because I worked so hard. If you are angry with someone, you feel angry because a person, or potentially even an animal, did something that you don't like. So I'm so angry with my dog for eating my dinner. And the last one, if you're angry towards someone, you direct your anger at that person. So you're putting your anger in the direction of another person. And the example sentence, he's been really angry towards me since he found out I lied about the money. So just to give you guys a little summary then, there are no shortcuts to remembering dependent prepositions. I'm going to give you a link for a list of these dependent prepositions with adjectives. But a good rule of thumb is to learn adjectives and prepositions together and to really try to keep a good vocabulary notebook. If you already have a vocabulary notebook, and if you don't, you should. If you already have one, it's a good idea to keep adjectives and prepositions in a particular place so you can always easily find them for reference. And at the end of the day, I really feel that slow and patient practice is your best way to make progress, okay? You're not going to learn all this in a week, probably not even in a month, but there are ways to study, and slowly you can absorb this language. And a little bit of vocabulary for you guys. This word daunting. This is a great word. If something is daunting, it feels difficult and maybe also a little bit scary as well. So the idea of running a marathon seems very daunting to me, and I don't think I could do it. And this rule of thumb is a really nice little phrase. And a rule of thumb is a general guideline on how to do something. So as a rule of thumb, it's best not to eat too much before bedtime. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and let me know your thoughts.